video in my series leading up to the Digital Ascent program. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about web elements, and specifically what I mean by what are the elements that are found in the web facet of the digital ecosystem. Now, I know that all of you already have a website, but it's probably not doing all that it actually could to contribute to the bottom line of your business. In fact, it may not be doing any heavy lifting at all. Now, I'm not going to be in this program outlining to you how to make a pretty website or recommending the best program for your website, because in actual fact, I don't believe that either of those things are really that important in the scheme of things. Of course, we want something that looks good and is a great reflection of our brand and our business. That makes complete sense. But it's how a website works and how easy it is for you to make changes to that website that's actually far more important. So that's what I focus on in all the things that I suggest to you in the web part of the Digital Ascent program. So we look at making sure that your website, of course, is responsive. So I very much focus in on making sure that you check things from a mobile first perspective, and that it's not only can look great on a mobile phone, but it's easy for your users to drive on a mobile phone. There's nothing more frustrating than when you've got a form or a checkout process or a sign up application or whatever it might be, a download, etc. Whatever it might be, it's too difficult to do on a mobile phone. And that's a big no-no, that you need to be making sure that you check, what's my website look like? How does it work on a mobile for your visitors? So that's a given. We also look at making sure that you've got a blog foundation that's plugged into your website. A blog is a foundational element, and it doesn't matter what kind of business that you're in, you are an expert in what you do. So I'm going to be helping you use that blog tool when we come to the content marketing area and build out a content strategy that helps you connect with your customers. Likewise, I'm going to be strongly recommending to you, or in fact insisting, that you have an email newsletter sign-up process. And I'm going to be helping you develop a strategy to actually send those out. I do have a few recommendations that I walk through as part of the program. I don't say definitively this is the best one, but everything I recommend for you is going to be based on, is it priced right for small business? Does it have the flexibility that small business needs? And will you be able to drive it? Because the biggest stumbling block that I've come across in my 18 years of being in the digital development space is that if a tool is too hard to use, nobody will actually use it. So we want to get rid of that excuse as to why you're not blogging and sending email campaigns. We also go through in the web element, we look at e-commerce, both from the perspective of you've got a store or you're just a business that wants to do more transactions online and make it easier for your customers to work with you. So I talk a bit in here about some of the integrations that you can use with your accounting packages and your website, and some payment gateways that I personally use and find really great for small business. The other thing that we talk about is we look at obviously making sure Google Analytics is hooked up, and I come back to that in quite a bit of detail in the search component, but for now I just want to make sure that you've actually got it hooked up, and I help you with some of the basics in getting started there. We look at some bespoke solutions. We might be looking at member areas. Whatever it is that your business potentially can have to meet the needs of your customers, we cover off on that. But the big part of the web element, aside from the fact that you need a responsive website, very mobile friendly, and you have to have a blog and email marketing, I'm going to be stressing those over and over during the program. The big thing that most small business owners don't have at their website right now are landing pages. You aren't focusing enough on getting people to come to the right part of your website from the get-go. Years ago when we designed web pages, we would have everything on the landing page, on the home page, and we would have what we called lead-in areas. Now, that is still a design feature where a home page will have multiple things on it. And in fact, you know, you might have seen 7 years ago, everybody was very, very keen to have everything on that first screen, what we call above the fold. These days, most homepages are quite long. We're used to scrolling because we all tend to be on mobiles, and everyone's used to that mobile effect where you scroll through continuously to get through a page. So having something above the fold isn't necessarily as relevant or as important as it was, say, 7 years ago. What is more important is, rather than continuing to send visitors to your homepage and all the various different messages you have for your business, it's far better to send them directly to the page that's answering their question. And this is where landing pages come in. And I have a big section with a bunch of bonus trainings inside here where I actually walk you through 3 different landing page pieces of software, perfect for any small business. We look at cover pages in a Squarespace site. We look at MailMunch, which is a fantastic plugin for WordPress websites, and we look at lead pages. And I've already got a video and training in place for the tool that I use, which tends to be more for bigger businesses with bigger budgets, Instapage. But all of these systems work very similarly. And I've chosen these new 3 simply because they meet the criteria for any small business owner. Is it priced right? Is it easy to use? And do I have the flexibility to brand it as my own? And the answer to all 3 is a resounding yes. So I know you're going to love this part of the program. Now, if you're starting to think, oh no, she's starting to talk tech things, I want to get straight with you right from the very beginning. You are a smart, savvy small business owner. If you are already running a business, you totally can do tech. And it is an excuse a lot of the time why people don't do things. This is what I am here for. I am here to be your digital Sherpa. I am going to not only teach you and open your eyes to what is possible in the digital marketing space, I'm going to explain why it's important, but I'm also going to work through tutorials in videos that you can watch and stop and repeat time and time again so you can see that's how I do it. Plus, there's a Facebook group just for this program where you can ask me all the questions you like, and everybody is going to be in exactly the same boat as you. We are all learners. We've all learned how to do something and been fumbling around that first time. That's all it is. It's just that first time. I know you're going to be able to do it, and these tools really will make a difference to your business bottom line. And that's the web space. Next time I jump on here, I'm going to be talking about social elements. And apart from just running through what all the social elements might be, I'm going to be speaking to you about why personal branding in the social space. We are small business owners and our businesses are us. So I'm going to be talking about why personal branding in whatever social element your ideal customers hang out, why it's so important that you have a footprint and a really strong presence there. Until next time, when we talk about social, this has been Leanne, and I really hope that you will join me in the Digital Ascent program this September. See you later.